An African American police detective encounters dynamic racism at her police department. Welcome to my world where all is well. I'm the thinker who thinks the thoughts that create the things. I'm also the proud Queen Chief of Three Kings. Today is Monday, November the 6th, 2023, and it's currently 15:07 hours. Today is also Darlena's birthday. She's physically active, so I'd like to take a moment of silence in her honor. Thank you. African American female detective experiences and encounters dynamic racism from her police department. The Seattle Police Department detective files claim against the department alleging race and gender discrimination. The detective's name is Detective Denise Baldwin. She's better known as Detective Cookie or Officer Cookie, and she believes that the only way that there's going to be authentic change within her police department is to file this claim. Detective Cookie, I'm here because I'm grateful that you had the courage to file the claim. She's experienced years of gender discrimination and racism. I believe she was there for over 43 years, and she was made to feel uncomfortable in her police department. She had a reputation for bridging the gap between law enforcement and the minority communities, especially with the children. One way she did that was through the game of chess. Seattle even have a chess park named after Detective Cookie for her engagement with the minorities and the children in the Seattle community. But instead of the police department being grateful for this, it put a target on her back, and she had to endure years of racism and derogatory posters put on her locker in her locker room. So she's filed the tort claim. Another incident that happened, a wanted person. You know how you put up posters of wanted people in the police department? So there was a wanted person put up. One of the officers took the picture of the wanted person off of the wanted poster and replaced it with another African American officer. Now, what was the purpose of doing that? That's just ridiculous. Of course, she received hostility from her other co-workers. I guess they was mad because a park was named after her instead of them. But then she had other co-workers bringing their dogs into the police department, so she made a complaint about that. And because of her complaint, there was dog feces put in front of her locker. Now, how childish is that? Now, you don't know who has allergies. You don't know if some people have a fear from dogs, maybe from a childhood experience with the dog. Most places don't even allow dogs to come into them, most public places, because unless it's a service animal, or was it a police dog? If so, then why is it in the locker room, and why is dog feces left in front of her locker? I mean, when I used to play cops and robbers at my former police department, I remember it wasn't a dog, but I remember we had an officer that was riding around with the animal in her back seat. I can't even remember what the animal was. And she said the reason why she had to have her animal with her because she had to feed the animal every 2 hours or something like that. I don't know how long she did this for. Then we had another officer bring in a dog, and one of the dispatchers was scared of dogs. I think people need to think before they do things. But the racism and the gender discrimination police departments have to change. And to Detective Cookie, I'm glad you had the courage to file the claim. I pray this made changes in the Seattle Police Department. As a matter of fact, if you're still even interested in continuing to police, they make you chief of police. And that way, you will begin the process of making the change within the police department, from getting rid of those people who have caused you to work in a hostile working environment, and the people who gonna put up black police officers on wanted posters, and get rid of these people who put in dog feces and bringing their pets to work. That's not professional at all, in my opinion. But to the citizens of Seattle, please be there for Detective Cookie. If you be there, just let her know you there, you got her back, and you appreciate her service. If you see any Seattle police officers and you feel like that they might have racist tendencies or have some form of gender discrimination, call 911. Ask for backup. Ask for a supervisor. Ask for another officer. If they are putting you under arrest and they're yelling, "Stop resisting," you yell back just as loud, "I'm not resisting." But if you are resisting, do not yell, "I am not resisting." Stop resisting unless your life is in danger. Then do whatever you have to do. And to the Seattle Police Department officers, I appreciate your service. I don't wish any hurt, harm, danger, death to come upon any officer at the Seattle Police Department. But do better. Please do better. And to Detective Cookie, I hope you get. I read once somewhere you was asking for millions of dollars in your settlement. I hope you get every dime. There's nothing they can do to take the place of the over 43 years of racism and discrimination and gender discrimination you had to go through in order to feed yourself and your family. A lot of us just do what we have to do just to have an income, which I understand. But I wish you the best. I sincerely do. I wish the Seattle Police Department the best. I wish you all the best. And I wish for the best outcome for all involved. Okay? Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Y'all like my crown? It's because I'm the queen. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. All is well. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And may my whole life prove that God is good.